So moving on to the next question, which is slightly dedicated to you in general, and that is, as we know that as HRs, a very basic kind of unsaid maybe kind of a responsibility is basically to ensure, as you have mentioned, like an ethical way of running the work, like making sure that the culture is right and making sure that you bring in people who are the right cultural fit. Also, in order to do that, we need to keep ourselves in check as well, and for that I think somewhere we need that proper work life balance in order to keep our mindset also in a proper way so that the productivity can increase. So sir, coming to you, like you have such a busy schedule, like I can just understand by the way you have described the job role of yours. It is such a busy day. So sir, how do you balance your 24 hours?
It's a great question again, and then the answer would vary in different organizations because again the work-life balance is something which purely depends on the culture of an organization. For example, in my career, I've actually worked with two organizations. I have worked with Accenture, one, and I'm currently in Uber. But I think if you have to just look into the overall HR's work day, right? As I mentioned, be it into recruiting, be it into say a payroll team, or be it the HR business partnering team, at the end, your intent is always to ensure that you are able to complete all the tasks that you have in hand for the day,
Right.
right? So when it comes to work-life balance, the right sign of or a true HR professional will always try to ensure that he or she is able to complete the assigned task on time,
Right.
because since you're engaging with people here, you're engaging with people matters here. Even a day's delay can create much more impact. For example, there is somebody who's creating nuisance in a say a particular floor,
Mm.
right? If you don't solve the issue on that particular day, that issue may aggravate, and the next day it would have probably gone out of your hand. Things
Right.
may have all become much worse than what it was the previous day. Likewise, there are a lot of actions which you may require to complete on the same day. But again, there are a lot of actions which you can always plan and figure out your time management aspect, and then decide, okay, probably I'll target this for the next week, or I'll target this for the next 2 days. So,
Right.
probably thinking back of work-life balance, honestly, my suggestion would be you should always focus on where and how you can create value. I think in an organization, if somebody is only there to perform the actions assigned to them, trust me, you will never grow. I'm not just talking about HR, I'm talking about any career stream you may want to pick up, be it you become a financial analyst or a data analyst. If you're probably coming to office just to complete the assigned set of tasks, you will not be able to grow up in your career, also because you will not be able to put yourself in a leader's shoes in the coming years, because a leader cannot be just doing certain listed actions in a day. He is expected to think creatively, think strategically, and create value in whatever he or she is doing. For
Right.
example, it can be as simple as who should I hire for this particular role, what sort of experience is required for this particular role to perform, right? Similarly, even difficult conversations, right? Like, oh, I have say 20 people in my team. Just probably think of a shop owner, right? Even a shop owner today, when he has say 5 staffs in managing the shop for him, but he realizes that, okay, my sales have not been great because of the COVID times, things have been tough for me, how better I can manage the resources that I have, so that I we are at least a sustainable business, right? So likewise, in any industry or any workspace that you look at, this optimization of the workforce is required, and that's when uh, as business partners or business leaders, we will always end up making those decisions that are required to be doing. So I think, to your question, work life balance is it's tricky to define. I feel I have a great work-life balance. I am able to plan my days. I am able to take out some time for my family. I'm able to engage myself into different activities. For example, every morning I go swimming, and then in the evenings I have a habit of reading a book for an hour. So I think that's something you can always decide and plan for yourself. When work-life balance at the end is about how you are able to manage your work. Probably somebody who takes 1 hour to do your work. I mean, if you just take 30 minutes to do the same job, same work, you are able to save that 30 minutes there. So work-life balance would be, though they're working in the same team, they're working on the same job, but the work-life balance would be perceived differently by both of them. So it totally depends on how you as a professional would end up becoming in the years to come. And that's why my request, or probably my guidance, would be always try to think what more you can offer to an organization, how better you can create impact to your work, to your daily jobs out there. I think if you figure that trick, if you figure that golden thumb rule, that hard work plus smart work is the right way to do great results in your organization, in your career journey, actually, for yourself, trust me, work life balance will eventually flow in. So I think should be okay.
Thank you so much, sir. And I think I can right now I can only speak for myself, and all I can say is that this piece of advice, your statement of that golden rule, and also becoming like an asset for the company. I think this is something that I will definitely keep in mind whenever I'm like about to start my journey in the corporate world. So thank you so much for that piece of advice, sir. Um,
Absolutely.
Moving on to the next question, and that is, as HRs, like irrespective of which particular domain you are in, what people still don't know, because like they will be educated after they watch this video. So, but I can still understand, and I still believe that maybe on LinkedIn, you must get like a ton of messages from a lot of candidates, and like to create one opportunity or to basically get hired at your organization. So that question is kind of revolving around this only, and that is, if a person is trying to build a career in the HR domain itself, then like, what would you suggest that person should have done apart from the academics I'm talking about?
Absolutely. I think probably I share from my own experience because I have hired a lot of HR professionals as well in the past. And I think the key things that we typically try to find in a candidate would be one, the relevant HR experience, for example. Or probably let me take a step back. First, we will always try to see if the person has the right knowledge to perform the role. For example, be it recruiting or be it HR business partnering. For a recruiter, we will try to see if the candidate either has, say, done some studies or certifications which aligns or gives him some knowledge about recruiting, or otherwise has he worked in a previous organization in a recruiting team so that he has some understanding. Likewise, for different types of HR roles, we try to check if whether the employee is knowledgeable or not. Does he have knowledge, can flow in from education, from certifications, or from even from experience as well, because I mean, when you're working in a job, you've always got that on the job training to do, right? So I think first thing what you notice is the right sort of knowledge, if the person has it or not. Then we look at the skills. The knowledge is just the beginning, right? What people really credit today or really will help you become or probably have like an advantage for you versus the other people applying for the same job would be the different set of skills that you have. When I say skills can be as simple as your communication skill, how confidently you can talk, right? It's not just about, and the best part of HR is here you can't brag about things that you don't have knowledge about, right? Because you need to have that core understanding of different things happening across the world so that you are able to be part of a conversation and share some insights there. So that's why it's important. Confidence can only come in with experience. For example, I have been in HR business partnering for so many years, and after still I feel there are a lot of things to learn. That's why I keep investing myself into different certifications. I think recently, if I think a few months back, 2 3 months back, is when I completed one of the toughest exams or certifications in HR called the SPHRI exam. I prepared well for that for the past 1 year, and then I gave it a shot, and with God's grace, I was able to make through it. So likewise, any HR professional today keeps investing in learning. So be it through different certifications, and because at the end, we all want to stay relevant to the latest trends as well. HR, as I said, is a dynamic industry. I mean, HR continues to travel like any other organization or industry out there, be it, say, the finance industry or the e-commerce industry, because every industry requires an HR. So you have to be relevant to the market, and that relevancy can only come in if you invest yourself, if you keep learning the different skills and different knowledge out there. That's one. So second, once you have the right knowledge, the basic understanding of things, second, you build skills. We spoke about communication skill at this point. Similarly, you have different skills. For example, data analytics, as I mentioned, that is again a growing trend in HR. So if even if you have skills in data analytics, that will be a key advantage for you when you are out there interviewing for a particular role. Likewise, there are different set of skills. Even something as being empathetic as a person, that's again a key skill in HR today, because we don't want somebody who's not able to um, talk politely or modulate his voice while talking to an employee. For example, in my day, say 30 minutes back, I may have had a difficult conversation to do, but after this, if I have an employee coaching to do, I can't go with the same tone to this employee, right? Because my tough conversation is over. Next conversation is somewhere where I need to talk to the employee, help him feel better. I need to go with that particular tone, right? I need to ensure that I'm helping the employee. So that's why you need somebody who's empathetic as well, but again, equally somebody who can do difficult conversations. So I think it's a different set of skills that we look at. Again, uh, it varies for different years of experience that, or probably the seniority that we are hiring somebody for. For example, for a junior level or for a middle level HR professional uh, job opening, we would ideally look at certain levels of skills, and if that person has the right skills, I think he would definitely be a great fit for to sit for the interviews and to probably help us get, or probably help us understand much better about him. So I think if you have the knowledge, if you have the skills, you are a great candidate. I think the next step would be to sit for the right job openings. Again, please don't sit for all openings that you see. You should always understand, read through the job description. Is that the role that you're really looking for? Because in through interviews, that's a key thing we notice. We will ask you a lot of questions. The questions is not just to figure out if you are skilled or not, but the question is also to understand how engaged you are and how much you really want the job. Because if you are somebody who's just juggling between different job opportunities, we don't want to invest in somebody like that, because we want somebody who will be in the team for a longer duration. We want somebody, we know that even if we invest say 6 months for training the employee, he will be with us for the next 1 2 years, and he'll be able to really make impact in the job that he's performing. So those are different things that we look at.
I think so. This answer just shows us maybe a snippet, but I would still say that people can actually understand what is it that is required when you are stepping into the corporate world, and how much you have to create an impact and how much you have to work on yourself to stay updated and to grow. And I think so. Particularly, I love that part where you said, to be empathetic and to maintain a balance. As you've given an example, having a bad mood for some reason, but not letting it affect the future endeavors or future any sort of conversation. So I think this perfect balance is also something that we all should learn. And I think I just hope all of us good luck that we find this perfect balance in our mindset as well.
That's the challenge that HR has to offer to anybody interested. That's why I said HR is not easy. It's a difficult job, but it is difficult in a good sense, in a positive sense, because you get to learn a lot of things. Trust me, the person I may have been while in college versus the professional after having so much professional experience is totally different. These two people, probably they wouldn't even be able to relate to themselves much, because HR has taught me so much in my limited years of experience. I'm really excited for the different learnings I will get to learn even in my coming years to come, in the years to come. So I think a great space to be in. But again, I'm not demeaning any of the other age career options. At the end, we as HRs are really looking for talents across different work job roles and job profiles. And these people also have so much exciting happening in their roles, be it an engineer from building some say a small update to a complete app by himself or herself. Again, you have so much excitement in your day-to-day role. So I think every role has its own challenges, but trust me, HR is also one of them, and you have so much to learn.
Definitely, definitely, Sai. And I think you have already given that crystal clear image about how exciting HR can be. So I'm really grateful for your answers. Sir, moving on to the next question, and that is this is slightly dedicated to the freshers, I would say. Okay, or the students who are about to sit for the campus placements. Um,
Yeah.
so if a person is sitting for an HR job role, okay, or let's say any sort of, if I consider this question in a generic sense of manner, then as a recruiter, as an HR recruiter, like what is that particular quality or qualities that you would observe in the candidate, you would like love to see in the candidate.
I think the basic quality which is expected of any professional today is one, confidence,
Hmm.
and second is maturity. When I say maturity, it's not about how maturely you respond to questions, but it's also about how maturely you think in different situations.
Right. Okay.
Because at the end, as a professional, there are some things already given in the background which says, as a professional, you should be disciplined, you should know when to say what to say,
Hmm.
right? They should not be somebody who's probably like a parent. You can't expect a parent to be always with you to help you make decisions in your workspace, right? So that basic maturity is always required in a fresher. So that's why first is great confidence, and confidence again is a culmination of different skills. That is communication skill, the way you dress yourself is also one be very important there, because that truly shows your personality at the end. I mean, we wear different stuff, we try to say build different physiques. At the end, all of this is just to ensure that we are portraying the right personality, and portraying right personality is important no matter in any space of life, be it say going out on a date with somebody, or say even in your college, if you're standing for some elections, or even in your school days, if you're standing, if you want to be the school leader or the school captain, right? You always have to showcase your personality as somebody that people can trust and people can
Right.
always look up to. Likewise, when you, as freshers, when you are applying for an HR job, we look for those basic confidence, those basic maturity. And again, the third bit, which I probably mentioned in the last question, is about knowledge, how knowledgeable you are. Because having a degree that does not prove you're knowledgeable. You can only be knowledgeable if you've truly understood the entire curriculum in the course that you have completed, be it any certification, be it a diploma that you may have done. But if you have actually made that effort, if you have really put those efforts to understand the entire work, I think that's a key strength then, because that should, no matter how many candidates will be interviewing for a position, if you are somebody who proved to be somebody knowledgeable and having great sort of insights to share,
Hmm.
any interviewer will always prefer you more than anybody else. So knowledge is again a very key thing there. And for freshers, I know experience is something which cannot be asked, but that's where internships matter a lot. Because if you have interned in an organization, uh, especially what I'll say is, try to always intern in larger organizations where you get to work with different type of people out there. You get to learn a lot from the different businesses they are into, the different processes they may have. Because at the end, internship is an opportunity to get a hang of what your work life will look like in the future, right? You never do an internship which is not related to your role just for the sake of completing an internship to get your internship credits. Never do an internship. Rather, do an internship to gain understanding of the entire the environment there, about the job role there, so that you're able to make the right decision for your future career. That's one. So I think if you have the confidence, if you have the right knowledge in place, and I think if you have the right experience, if not internship, if you are able to balance that out with your knowledge, I think at the end, put all of this put together will make a great fresher who is suitable for an HR professional journey. I think that's how I'll try to put this, because at the end, listing a few skills for an HR would not, which are for a fresher, would not be a right thing to do, because freshers are just coming out of college.
Hmm.
They may not have an understanding of a lot of things out there. So I think those are the key things any interviewer, or probably for any job opening, will look at. For example, in my few years, I got a chance to interview a few engineers for certain job openings in the different engineering teams out there. And what we went when we went for those interviews, what we were looking for were these basic skills like maturity, communication skills, confidence, and if he's got the right attitude or not, because we want somebody to be an asset to our team. We don't want somebody to be a liability to a team once we've hired them. Right? So yeah, these are the few things that we look at.
I think that's a very well versed answer, and this will give a very streamlined vision to the students that what exactly it is that is required before they sit for the interviews. They should have done.
So
So thank you so much for that answer. And so coming to the I would say the last question of our segment today, and that is till now the kind of journey you have walked us through. It just shows that how dynamic, and it must have been a roller coaster ride for you, because, like, first of all, your job itself requires so much dedication and hard work, and also the journey from your college to learning from the professionals of XLRI Jamshedpur. Even everything was like a very compact and a very adventurous kind of a ride, I would say. So, sir, till now, till the present, okay. So, what would you say success is to you?
A great question. Again, this is something that I've been pondering almost daily, and somewhere I feel I've been able to figure it out to some extent. Trust me, success is a huge term. I mean, every year with different challenges that come your way, you will probably keep redefining what success means to you. But yeah, I think to me, success at this point would mean reaching at some greater heights in the HR journey ahead. I think I have got the right start. I'm just really hoping I continue to do hard work plus smart work that is creating impact in any organization or any role that I am into. And I just want to keep building that sort of impact and probably grow in my career. So I think success would be to probably reach senior positions in the years to come and probably become CHRO, a great CHRO. Again, I don't want to be a generic CHRO. I want somebody who makes the name out there. So yeah, to become a great CHRO in the years to come. But again, trust me, that will take time. And for anybody out there who's aspiring to become CEO, CHRO, COO, CMOs, so that's chief marketing officers, or any big roles out there, it takes time. So patience is again a key thing. That is part of your attitude. So if you are patient, if you are committed to a job, if you really enjoy your job, I think if you put all of this together, I'm sure you will always be inspired and motivated to give your best at work. That's one. If that basic is cleared, I mean, every day if you're able to give your best at work, trust me, you will eventually make it to those great positions. And you will make it to an extent where people will look up to you and looking up I mean, really looking back into your career journey, they will truly relish all the experiences that you have to offer to them. Because I think it's possible for many people to reach greater heights, say because of luck or because of multiple reasons. But at the end, even when when you reach greater heights, or for example, probably think of the different memes that you may have seen between a manager and a leader. Right, you want to be, at the end of the day, you always want to be a leader. You don't want to be a manager who's somebody just who performs his role and day by day. Rather, you want to be a leader where people are really looking up to you. People have really great learnings to probably take from you. So I think try focus your career journey to become a leader in your career stream, be it HR, be it finance. And that leader can only become if you have the right attitude and if you truly try to imbibe all the learnings in your career journey. So yeah, it's a long journey for anybody, but I think keep giving your best, keep learning every day, be humble. I think with so much talented people out there, there's so much to learn from. So be humble, always be have a positive mindset, have a growth mindset, always keep focusing on keep trying out different skill sets. I think uh, keep it fun. I think simple, keep your days fun. If your day is fun, I'm sure you will enjoy your overall career journey, and the top of the mountain will not be far away. So yeah.
That was a lovely and a very humble answer, sir. It was like seriously a great answer to hear. And I sincerely hope that me personally and all the viewers, as we all are, are still freshers mostly. So I sincerely hope that we can also incorporate these values when we step into our corporate life as well. So thank you so much for that lovely answer. And on behalf of Grow Junction, sir, I would like to congratulate you for your achievements and also wish you all the best for your future endeavors as well. But sir,
Thank you.
like before we part our ways, if you can, throw some light upon, like what are your views on the work that Grow Junction is doing?
Absolutely. I think as I began the entire call saying, I wasn't aware of Grow Junction before this because I probably it's been a lot of years in the career journey that we've not got a chance to look back into the different forums that have come up now. But this truly seems the app or the platform which is required for our students today, especially when I interview so many candidates day by day, when probably the different freshers that I've been interviewing in the past. What I've realized is everybody is really looking out for resources to understand how their true work life will look like, because they don't want to make a wrong decision. Today's youngsters are much smarter than any of us are, right? They know what they're going for. They know what are the probably five things that they want in a job, and this sort of a platform will really help them identify the right career options for them. That's one. Second, I think probably to reiterate myself would be, please do not ever let any reasons fall into your career journey. Probably when I say fall into your career journey, let there be no hurdles to your career journey in terms of performance and probably offering your best at work. Because the day you stop doing that, trust me, you will find that things are not going well, and you will always feel uh, uh, disappointed, or probably that will entirely ruin your mood. Rather, always try to figure out the right career space for yourself, and that will help you eventually create value in every day that you are at a job, at a work there. I think if you are working hard plus smart work, I think if all of this is together, if you have the right attitude, trust me, you can always reach the great heights out there. I think this is the same for Grow Junction as well. I think keep inspiring a lot of students out there. I'm sure you guys will really make it big in the years to come.
Thank you so much, sir. It just encourages us and motivates us, shows us that we are on the right path. And coming from professionals like you, sir, it is like a really, like a moral boosting kind of a thing for us. So thank you
I
so
hope I have been able to do some justice to the 30 minutes or 45 minutes video that you're all watching.
much.
But trust me,
Yeah, if you want an honest opinion on that, sir, I think as I mentioned before, like being in the HR domain, though as an intern, but I can truly say that your answers have made a difference and have really educated the aspirants who are, yet and who are yet to know about so many details about the HR domain. So you have done more than justice to the podcast. That's all I would say. So thank you so much. Thank you so much.
but to all the viewers out there, what I say is, don't just limit to this particular video. Keep watching other Grow Junction videos as well. Try to understand different career options that you have to choose, because at the end, it's important that which option that you choose, one. And second, even if you're interested in HR, there's so many videos out there, so many learned big CHROs talking about their learnings from life, different strategies and how they built it. So keep watching those videos. I'm sure you will understand about HR much better than even what I had to share to all of you. Because again, I am a growing youngster. I have certain years of experience, but those people actually are sharing their wisdom of 20-25 years of experience. So absolutely, I think keep watching leaders out there. I'm sure you'll really enjoy and all the learnings they have to offer to you.
Sure, sir. Sure. On behalf of all the viewers, also, I am telling you, thank you so much for the
Thank you so
lovely,
much.
informative session. And with that, sir, we are at the end of our lovely podcast. It was a great conversation. And to all the viewers, I would like to say that I sincerely hope that this video is going to help you out, especially if you are dreaming to pursue your career in the HR domain. So I sincerely hope that this is going to be of great help. All the insights that you probably need, you must have got from this video. And if you haven't, then as sir has mentioned himself, go through some other videos as well, and I think your further doubts will be answered. But till now, for this lovely hour, thank you so much, sir, and thank you to all the viewers. This is a wrap.
Thank you, guys. Take care.